Welcome to IT by Design's Culture and Career Corner with CEO Sunny Kayla. Today's guest is Alan Kumar, Assistant Manager with ITBD. Today, they chat about Alan's career journey, ITBD culture, and lessons to share with future generations of professionals. Over to you, Sunny.
Alan, we have been talking about, doing a podcast. And so today we are here to have that conversation. I truly, truly appreciate you, Alan. And, we call you Alan here, but Atul Kumar, he is my team member in my leadership team. And I am very excited about having a conversation with Atul today. And Atul, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sunny. Thank you so very much. I'm totally elated and excited about this. Thank you so very much for giving this opportunity.
Yeah, and thank you for kind of coming here and sharing your experience, your wisdom with our next generation. The whole idea here is that at ITBD, it's all about giving back, right? We give back to the channel here through Build It. What we know, we share those best practices, we share those learnings with our MSP friends, MSP owners, leaders, and their developing leaders. And in our India operation, we were not doing much other than taking food and blankets and those things to as a giving back opportunity. Or right, so now this is information langar. This is sharing information based on what we know, based on our experiences with our next generation, so that we can make an impact, make a difference, and help our next generation with learnings from our experience. So, and I know, Alan, you are not like you don't speak in public too much. And
yes,
we were talking about that this is this was very uncomfortable for you, but
absolutely,
you agreeing to come to this podcast and share your life journey, your life experiences with our next generation is kind of a so I want to start with a big thank you to you. And
pleasure's all mine, Sunny. Thank you.
Yeah, so once again, welcome to the show, and let's start.
Thank you.
And yeah, so Ellen, what I want to start with is your career journey. So can you share, not career journey, your life journey, Ellen? So can you share your life journey with me?
Sure, Sunny. So as you know, my name is Alan. It's an alias name, but my real name is Atul.
Yeah.
I'm born in Chandigarh here, in the city beautiful, but raised in Himachal, so which is also called the land of gods. So I feel myself blessed that I've been born in Chandigarh and raised in Himachal. So well, going to my school days, so I did my schooling from center schools. So there are schools named as Kendriya Vidyalayas. So I did my entire schooling first till 12th from Kendriya Vidyalayas center schools, and pursued my graduation from DAV College, Chandigarh. I pursued BCA, that is Bachelor in Computer Applications. Further, I did my post-graduation. I did masters in computer applications through Thapa University, Patiala. Post that, I mean, unlike other tech people or BTech or the MCA guys, I didn't choose the IT industry as my career path. I joined customer service industry. I worked into 2 or 3 different companies. My major experience was into operations as well as into quality monitoring from the customer service viewpoint. I mean, in my previous organization, which was eClerks, I worked there for around 6.5 years. Total experience was a mixed blend of both 2 domains, operations and quality. I had to leave the job due to some family urgency, or there was some requirement for me to be back home in Himachal for around a year or so. So I have to, cut off from my professional career and devote my time back to family. So lately, I mean, after probably one and a half year, I got this opportunity to join ITBD. So I joined here in ITBD in 2017 as a quality analyst and a secondary support staff for the service coordinator team or the dispatch team. So my core job was to audit the tickets and the calls from the process viewpoint, and uh, to act as a secondary support system if there is any call volume or higher ticket volume coming in. So I was supporting the service coordinator team with that. So I mean, within you can say with all the hard work and effort which I did, and was appreciated by Steve, I got this opportunity to lead the entire dispatch team. And I was the third member who entered the dispatch team, and we grew from 3 people to 20 people in one and a half or 2 years time duration. And I got this opportunity to lead the entire dispatch team or the service coordinator team. So it's been 5.5 years now that I'm with IT by Design. And from last 1 year, again, I've been transitioned back to quality mainly. So now I'm working as an assistant manager quality here in ITBD, taking care of the entire QA program, and we are in a process of expanding it from one single division to the entire organization, so company wide. So currently we are operating into the BST division only, and we are making sure that every engineer is working as per the defined process, and we are majorly focused on the customer service experience that has to be we are trying to make it from good to great. So that is what we are trying to achieve here. Plus, we are working as a quality team. We are working as a watchdog for any sort of possible escalations and to avoid them.
Yeah, that's an amazing journey, Alan. Just in a very short period of time, you have grown to assistant manager role, and so you are 5+ years here. Yes. And where you started to where you are today, there's a lot of career growth. Yes. And it was so much, it gave me so much happiness when I saw you during the leadership retreat that we do every quarter. I come to India, we go kind of to a resort for 2-3 days. It's about leadership learnings, some leadership trainings, and also playing volleyball and cricket and all those other fun games together, and then dancing together in the evening in a banquet hall with DJ and everything. And so it's like a drinking and dancing all everything comes together, learning, fun, and then also health sports, right? So it was great for me to see, especially you wearing that special shirt, which was there for 5+ year people, like people where they are with ITBD over 5 years, had a special color. That was really great to see you in that group, and how quickly you evolved as a professional. And again, with that giving back mantra today, and already giving to our next generation as a go-giver. And before we get into a little bit more lessons, leadership lessons, career lessons that you have learned and share with our viewers, I want to start with culture. ITBD culture. How would you describe ITBD culture?
Well, Sunny, if into simpler words, if I have to gather it, so I give it a big deep thought into that how I'm going to define the ITBD culture. But then if I would define it in very simpler words, so it's awesome and happy. So again, happy here is not the word happy, but then again, it's acronym for our core values, which are which are happy actually.
Yeah.
So I would say that the culture here in ITBD is more into helping each other grow, and if we are going to be happy as per the core values from ITBD, life is smooth.
Yeah.
So as happy states, show humility and be accountable, be passionate, be positive, and work with the community or for your community. So if we are going to follow all these by heart every single day in and out, so yes, then we are going to achieve whatever we want to. And there's a lot of scope and growth for everybody here in ITPD with respect to growth in every perspective. So what I would say is the way you and the entire management is working on the people centric environment and making everything available to the employees for them to grow. So that is something really commendable job done by everybody. So this is the culture what I feel is more like family, wherein, let's say, if I'm not doing very well in life and my brother is doing very good in life, or any of my family members is doing very good in life, so obviously they're going to pull me up, they're going to catch my hand and pull me up, and going to make me onto the same level wherein I can grow more. So it's the same feeling that I feel in within the organization in ITBD, that everybody is there to help you out to grow in every aspect of life.
Yeah. And
Yep.
and yes, so and another piece there, Ellen, is where we have to allow others to help us, right? So the way you gave this example of brother, that he, not this way, my younger brother, this way,
Yes.
that younger brother needs to give that permission to the elder one, so that
Absolutely.
you can get help, right? You can't help anyone who don't want to get help. What are the greatest lessons you have learned as a professional that you would like to share with our next generation?
Uh, well, Sunny, there are a lot. I mean, it's hard to pick one, but then if to uh, make some or to state some here, uh, the very first, as you said, be open to learning. So keep your learning aspects open. So that I have learned from you and Steve. I observe you very much onto learning, because I always see in almost every of your sessions you state this out, that keep your learning aspects open, and you yourself are so much into learning new things and enthusiastically into all these things. So I really appreciate it, and I try to inculcate those things into myself also, and keep my learning aspects open all the time for everything, be a feedback, a coaching, even for criticism, even for appreciations also, or anything that's coming out professionally or spiritually. So I always keep that learning aspect open. So greatest life learning lessons is keep that learning aspect open for everything possible. And other things is like live in the present moment. So that is like one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in last few years. So no matter what, no matter how tough the situation or day is, no matter how happy or sad you are, but then whatever the present moment is, so you have to be present at that moment only. So let's say, if as I told you, that I was a bit nervous to speak to you onto this podcast session, but then I didn't take much of tension about it from last 2, 3, or 5 days when I got to know that I have a session with you. I just prepared it probably for half hour or so, but then yes, currently now at this time, I'm not thinking of anything else in life. So I'm just focused here and speaking to you entirely. So that is what I've learned, that live in the present moment. So in this way, you are more focused, you are more productive, you are more efficient in whatever you do.
Mhm.
So that is this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes. So one thing that I heard is that overall, be open to learn,
Yep.
and then stay present, right?
Yes. Yes.
And because when you're open to learn, it also shows that piece that we always talk about, humility. which is our core value that you mentioned earlier, right?
Yep.
It
Yep.
shows your hunger, right? That you being humble, you being hungry for learning, which gives you growth. Yeah, and another piece that comes out of that, Alan, because of the thinking that you just shared, is you become a better version of yourself, right? Every day,
Absolutely.
because when you are present, you are learning, then with that growth mindset, that lifelong learning mindset, automatically you become a better version of yourself, right? And you mentioned
Yes.
that during our prep call as well, that humility and that community building and being a better version of myself, Sunny, is what really I focus on.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So let's talk about a little bit of that being a better version of yourself. Like when you talk about learn and grow, so how did that apply in your growth journey so far? So how did learning and growth help you? Do you have any experience that you want to share?
Uh, well, Sunny, it comes parallelly with whatever you do in life. So you have, as I said, that you have to keep your learning aspects open, and on the contrary, you are going to implement the best practices or whatever your best experiences you have gained in your previous lives. So
Mhm.
let's say I have. I have learned that how to make dashboards in Excel, let's say, for example. So I learned it from my previous organization. So when I came here in ITBD, so again, we are a completely IT-based company, and we don't have anybody with respect to expertise skills in Excel, MS Excel, or making dashboards or something like that. So while doing the QA job, again, we are not using any automated system for now. We are in a process of buying one, but then for now we are doing everything manually over the Excel sheets. So again, the previous practices, which I've learned earlier. So I prepared those dashboards here in ITPD, and we are using those dashboards in preparing or sending out reports to the management from the QS side every week or every month. On the contrary, I've learned some more things that what I can do more into those dashboards to make them more presentable. I searched through Google. I dig deeper into all those Excel sheets and everything. I learned a bit of macros and did some automation into it. So
Mhm.
again, I learned a few more things, and then clubbed into my previous experience and made something better out of it. So again, what I believe now is that I'm better version than myself than yesterday in MS Excel especially. So again, it's with respect to everything. So if we have that growth mindset, and where I was yesterday, and I'm learning new things, and which is helping me grow as a professional and personally as well as monetary or spiritually, so then obviously that is helpful. So that is a better version of myself. So
Yeah.
again, I'm learning a lot of things from you, from Steve, and from people, from everybody in the management, everybody. So yes.
Yeah. So I mean, one thing that I'm kind of curious to know. So yes, you learned more of tools and systems and grew yourself as a professional. Uh, you have a bigger team now, which you never managed. I should use led as a word rather than managed. So you are leading a much bigger team right now than ever before,
Yes.
right? So can you talk to me a little bit how you grew as a leader, right? And what is your kind of way to lead your next layer, which you have a bigger team right now?
uh, well, Sunny, I mean, for for a team to lead, especially when there are people with different mindsets, one has to be way patient and humble, as we stated earlier. So and again, the all those happy or the ITD core values comes into picture here. Plus uh, the training we did recently from the collaborative way. So if we club everything all together, so that is helping me a lot to lead the team. So there are lot many things which come into picture here. So I have to be very patient when dealing with people. So somebody wants a particular shift, somebody don't want to work in a particular shift. So there are so much of indifferences in the thoughts of people, and at times cultural differences, at times experiences and exposures and human behavior, psyche. So everything is there. So you have to deal with all those things, but then you have to be very patient while working with people. You have to use your word choice very carefully. uh, you have to be more into showing scope to the people how to grow, and how we have grown from so less people to 500 plus people now
Yeah.
within a few years of span. And we see so many people internally who have grown from engineers to tech leads to AS team level or to higher level. So again, we have to show that scope to everybody, that we all have to work to achieve that single goal of growth as an organization and as an individual. So then all those indifferences come to zero. So you it's all about so again, as a visionary, it's your job, or you as a visionary tell the management or the higher level of management that this is your vision. And then again, it's up to the higher management how they're going to communicate things back to the TTLs or the managers, that this is what we are trying to achieve as per numbers or as per growth path. So again, it's us or our duty how we are going to communicate the same thing to the core level of employees, and how we are going to sustain the same culture, and going to make the same output, keeping or maintaining the quality. So yes, this is how we work.
Okay. Yeah. So no, those are great learnings, and so to be that leader that you are. And so when I was in Chandigarh in month of May, right? So a lot of people. So you have a great team, and they really admire you, and that comes from your leadership.
Thank you,
So
sir.
we appreciate you as a team member. But one thing that I want to share with your, like, I think there's just so much alignment when you talk about the humility factor and staying present, and the community approach, community at work, right?
Yeah.
That your team is kind of is a tribe within our ITBD bigger tribe, and every tribe or sub tribe being happier and healthier and aligned with the culture makes the entire community happier, which is acronym for our core values, and the better that learn and growth. So like you, when you talked about, okay, you learning from me and Steve, and this is how you see us, and I want to share with you and our next generation that if you have what Alan just shared, that growth mindset and your hunger to learn and grow, you can achieve anything in life. And I have personally experienced it. We have seen now Alan experiencing that growth because of that mindset. I was not born, as you know, Atul, a couple of hours drive, 3-4 hours drive from where you were in Chandigarh before Himachal. So, a village in Jalandhar, a farming family where you don't have too much education, like, the family was not educated at all, because all you do generation after generation is farming.
Yeah.
And I was was going to be either a farmer, but in the interest of kind of overall this the future opportunities and future the quality of life that you talk about, and safety and security and everything. So a lot of people from villages were moving to either US or Canada.
Yeah.
So just leaving my village and my farm for US to do a blue collar job. I came here, my first job in America when I moved here in 1993 was gas station. yeah, pumping gas at a gas station. And I was 17 and a half. And then moving to New York City yellow cab for 2 years after I got licensed when I was 18 plus. And I got my license. And then, so having New York City taxi license and driving 2 full years, and then buying car for my father, and overall what I had to return his money that he borrowed to make him debt free. And then I'm like, Father, I want to learn. I want to go to college. So talk about learning mindset. And from there, that was 96. And I completed my computer engineering degree in 2000, and then a system admin job for 2, 3 years, and then starting IT by design. But why I'm sharing this, my journey is that when people ask me that what is that secret sauce, I don't have any secret sauce other than working hard every day, harder than anyone around me, and then learning and growing every day, and being hungry to learn and grow from, just watching other people, watching my peers, and always being curious to okay, what is the next thing that I can learn and grow. So there's just so much alignment when you were sharing. I'm like, this is what really made me a better version of myself. When I look at myself, is that being humble and being hungry for learning and growth, and thinking of making a bigger impact on people that you love and you experience life with, which we call community or family. So there is, those 3, 4 things that you just mentioned. I'm like, there is just so much alignment. And that's what made me who I am today, that learning and growth and having that community development mindset, right? And it just can take you to so many new places, so many different places that you will never imagine that you will get there. Because when you are looking at every day as your next new day present, and then you have this learning and growing going on, then you're always going to keep progressing and progressing at a pace where it will take you to new places that you never imagined. So something that our next generation should kind of really consider seriously is being that growth mindset every day, being that learning mindset every day, and do something that's bigger than yourself. That community mindset, community development mindset, helping others, being helpful, being useful every day is our joint message today, Atul. And once again, I appreciate you as a team member. I value you. I always enjoy my time when I come to India and I have opportunities to spend time with you, have lunch, have dinner, having LMA retreats, coffee, any opportunity for me to spend time with. I always enjoy that moment, that opportunity. And thank you for your contributions to IT by Design as well. And you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, Sunny. It's always a pleasure speaking to you. It's always been so much of experience. I mean, you yourself has so much of experience, and then sharing your thoughts with us as individuals or as a team. I mean, this is really amazing. Thank you so very much for everything.